What's up, everybody? Good Wednesday afternoon or evening for some of you if you're on the East Coast. And we have ourselves our first injury report of the week. So let's go ahead and look through it here because right now it doesn't look great. We've got a lot of issues with injuries this week, and we're probably going to be down some key guys come Sunday. Who? Hard to be sure. But obviously, it's Wednesday. We've got some time for this stuff to clear up, so some of it will go away, but there's definitely reason to be concerned here. So I got the latest from Condota. The injury report for Wednesday is as follows. We have 6 DNPs, we have 4 LPs, and then we have 2 FPs. So it's pretty substantial. Now, again, it is Wednesday. If you're limited or full on Wednesday, you are almost certainly going to play. So half of this stuff is not a big concern, but there's a significant chunk of this that I think we knew was going to be an issue going into this week. Like, does it surprise anybody that Ken Walker is still not practicing? I think he was able to go through walkthroughs today, but that's about it. So, not really expecting to have K9 still. That oblique injury, Carroll said it himself. He called it legit. When he says legit, it's usually going to keep you out a while. So, Ken Walker not practicing. Zach Charbonnet not practicing. I don't think that's terribly surprising after the injury he sustained against Dallas. Now, Carroll did say he didn't think the injury was that big of a deal, but if it held him out for a game or even a couple games, I would not be shocked. So, we may be down both our starting running backs in this upcoming Niners game. And this team, and some people won't agree with what I'm about to say because there have been some people who have been trying to suggest that the Seahawks downfall this year has been because of injuries, but really this Seahawks team has been relatively healthy this season. They really haven't been that injured at all. And if the injuries start to add up now, you could see the bottom really drop out. Like the team might not even be competitive against even not elite competition. So yeah, well, the good news is maybe we can now get to see some Kenny McIntosh. I don't know. I don't got much for this, guys. This is bad. And it goes to show why this team did spend so much draft capital to get running backs in here. Even doing that, look where we are right now. We're going into a game against a division rival that's pretty much, I mean, it's not must win. The must win game was already played and we lost it on Thursday. But look where we are, even with all the effort we spent in trying to beef up our running back room. So yeah, Charbonnet and Walker not practicing. Also not practicing. This is no surprise. Jordan Brooks, I don't know when we're going to see him again. It didn't look good to me. I got a bad feeling about the Brooks injury. I think it's much worse than the Charbonnet injury. Charbonnet I could see coming back even this week. Brooks I kind of just have a bad feeling about. Um, it sucks. It's too bad. He was having a career year. He's just a few games away from getting paid, and then this happens. And on top of the injury he had last year, it's definitely going to put some people off. So Brooks, not expecting him to play this week at all, not expecting him to play again this year, honestly. I'm a little bit surprised that there wasn't a firm announcement about Brooks going on IR or something. So we dodged that. That's good news, but I don't know. I'm concerned about Brooks. The upshot is that he has shown that he is a fast healer, so maybe we'll get him back sooner than I'm thinking. But he didn't practice. Jamal Adams did not practice. Note that there is no NIR designation here. They just say knee. So it's possible Adams misses this game. It's possible it's a load management situation. He didn't play particularly well against the Cowboys, and there was obviously a little bit of extracurriculars with him over the last week. So I don't know. You add it all up, and it feels like maybe Adams gets held out just because of injury, just because of load management, or maybe as some sort of pseudo punishment. I don't know. There's some stuff going on with Jamal Adams right now beyond the field. But he didn't practice. Leonard Williams didn't practice. Now, I think that in the case of Leonard Williams and probably Trey Brown, they're probably just getting a little bit of time off at the start of the week and they'll be fine by game day. But you never know. Leonard Williams was listed on the injury report for the Cowboys game. He might be battling something that he's just not going to get past all that quickly. So it's at least worth monitoring. And he's been one of our best players since he got here. So You lose Leonard Williams, you lose most of what makes you at least interesting to watch going forward. And yeah, Trey Brown also DNP. I'm not too worried about him though. So those are the guys to really concern yourself with right now. The limited participation guys are almost certainly good to go unless they get worse as the week goes on. And it includes 3/5 of our starting offensive line. And I mean, this is a big reason why the team is disappointed this year. I will admit that. I I don't think injuries play as big a role as some people are acting like it is because quite honestly, the offense was almost playing better when they had a bunch of backups in on the offensive line, but the offensive line just has not been able to stay healthy at all this year. And it hasn't been one disastrous thing so much as, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. So we have a guy playing through injury. We have guys trying to play in a rotation because of injury, and it has admittedly added up. I don't think it's nearly enough to justify this team being so mediocre. I don't even know if they are mediocre anymore, but yeah, that's one area where I can say, okay, we're definitely getting the short end of it there. But yeah, Anthony Bradford limited with a knee, Abe Lucas limited with a knee, Evan Brown limited with a thumb. Now, obviously, Evan Brown, I don't think Seahawks fans would care if he just hit the bench and never played again this year because I think people want to see Oluwatimi, and Evan Brown's played so poorly lately that people are ready to just move on with it. But Bradford and Lucas are hopefully the right side of the future. So really want to see them out there, and I want to see them out there at their best. And Bobo, who was limited, I mean, I don't have any doubt that he'll play. I don't have any doubt that he's going to be out there when we need him on Sunday. So not concerned, but I'm definitely aware of the fact that he's battling through stuff right now. And he's gutting it out. So he's proven himself in more ways than just, oh, he's playing good football. Full participation. Little bit of good news here. Looks like we're getting some receivers back this week. Derek Young was full participation. So was D. Eskridge. And honestly, against the Cowboys, as weird as this sounds, we may have missed D. Eskridge. He might have been able to provide some fly sweep stuff that we did not have in that game. So while he's here, and I don't know if he'll be here much longer, this might be his last stretch in Seattle, these next several games. Got to figure out what we can do with D. Eskridge while he's here. So I'll be excited to see him out there in a, kind of weird and twisted way. And that's the injury report. So this is about as bad as it's looked in a while. This is not encouraging to me. This is not something that I'm terribly excited about because for weeks, the injury report was pretty clean. Like K9 got added to it the last couple weeks, obviously. He was the big one. But other than that, we were doing pretty good. And now look, it's just ton of stuff that we have to concern ourselves with, and I can pretty much guarantee you that a decent chunk of this list will not be ready for Sunday. It would shock me if Walker's ready. I could go either way on Charbonnet. Brooks, I'm not expecting. Adams, I'm kind of on the fence on. And we need to hope that guys like Lucas don't go backwards. We've seen them do that before this year because they are coming back from such a major injury. All right. So that's it for the Seahawks side of things. We should jump over to the Niners side. I found this Zeet from Kate Rooney on X. She's got the practice report, and they've got a fair few guys being held out. But as of right now, I don't get the sense that there's tremendous concern or urgency around, oh, these guys might miss. It's just like, oh, they're a little banged up, and we want to limit their exposure. But the DNPs were Eric Armstead with a foot and a knee. Spencer Burford also did not practice, and I don't think he played the first time we played them. So that's at least a real injury. Ross Dwelly, tight end, ankle injury. Darrell Luter with a hamstring. Elijah Mitchell with a knee. He actually matters a little bit. And of course Trent Williams, but not injury related. He's just resting. He's good. He's fine. So there is some significant stuff here. Like Armstead and Burford matter. But are they actually going to miss the game? Maybe Burford, but I doubt Armstead does. They also had Ray McLeod limited with a rib injury, so it's not too bad over there. Assuming that Armstead goes, and I suspect that he will, this is not too bad of a situation for the 49ers at all. But we'll keep an eye on things as they go through the week. If they don't have Armstead, that does change them a little bit because defensively, the seat of their power is obviously their ability to get pressure with 4 rushers because they have such a good front four. Okay. So that's it for the injury report on Wednesday. It doesn't look great. I'm not super excited about taking the field without some of these guys on Sunday, so we got to just hope they get better. All right, guys. I will talk to you later tonight in stream on Twitch if you're there. If not, then I will see you guys tomorrow in all likelihood. More videos. And yeah, go Hawks.